The other years have been amazing too, but not much will beat that first year. Hello, welcome back to my channel and day 14 of Vlogmas and our Flashback Friday series. As I've mentioned before, every day has a theme, and Fridays we are flipping through my old planners. Last week we went through 2015, which was an interesting year to say the least. My life changed, my planning style changed a little bit. I definitely found my groove with the habit trackers. I moved my to-do list stickers up to the top box instead of the middle box, but I still hadn't really started using kits. I was sort of just winging it each week almost, and either using some washi as inspiration or like the colors of the month, but nothing really concrete in terms of like a theme for the week. So I don't know if that happens in 2016, but I am excited to flip through 2016 today. Some great things happened in 2016. So let's get going. Starts with this quote page, and then once again, I tried to use this year at a glance for the same purpose, and it still didn't work. I still just kept using my company's like online system. Oh, I tried to use this page for like measurements and weight. That lasted 2 months. All right, this is when the notes page came back. That was a great addition. So just like 2015, I bought an 18-month planner and then ripped out the first 6 months because I was convinced that the coil was bigger. I'm still not 100% sure if that's true or was true. It may have been true and then it's not anymore. I don't really know. But that is what I did. It also allowed me to start a little bit before the new year. Oh, usually I would do Christmas in this planner. Oh, well, this is how I started using that notes page. When did I start? Oh, I tried to do finances here. I also looks like I tried to do meal planning here a little bit too. Okay, and then this is the first official week, I guess. I don't know why I didn't usually I do Christmas in the same planner, but it looks like I flew home this day, so I was kind of home for this whole week. But it looks like this week was just, again, sort of a rainbow week. I definitely spent New Year's at home by myself that night. Like, I definitely stayed home and watched football and didn't go out, and it was amazing. And it set me up for a great weekend to kick off 2016, which was really nice, like to have a nice weekend to sort of get the year started. Ooh, this is a pretty week. I love these colors. So it looks like I sort of based it off of this Doodlebug washi set. It was like this one, this one, this one, and this one. A lot of sort of the same stuff that I've always done. I have the to-do list at the top. I have my workout stickers next. Nothing crazy new here yet. Oh, another rainbow week. Again, I'm not really sure why I did this one in reverse instead of forwards, but I did, and I kind of like how it turned out. There's hair in this planner. Oh, I know why. Exam results were on Friday, and I wanted it to be yellow so I could put emojis how it went. It did not go well, clearly. We're almost at the point where I like stopped taking exams altogether because clearly it was not going well for me. Oh, this is pretty. So then, oh, I know exactly what weekend this is. Okay, so I based this on like the January colors, this teal and this orange. And my mom and stepdad came to visit for the weekend. They came in on Wednesday night, actually. And I think my stepdad, he had been here since I moved here, but not as many times as my mom. And that is when Snowmageddon happened. And New York got plummeted, like so much snow, they shut down the city and shut down the streets. I remember walking through the streets with my parents. It was really crazy, but we were also cooped up like the entire day. Like it was a little much for 3 adults to be cooped up in my apartment all day, especially with my parents, but it was still a nice weekend, although this week is a disaster with the rubbing off, man. And then the next weekend, my dad came to visit. He booked an impromptu trip to come because I failed my exam and he wanted to come keep me company, which was really nice. I love this full blue week. This is really beautiful. I think this was a Design Pandemonium monthly kit. I'm not 100% sure if that's true, but I think that's what these are from. Okay, and then I tried to do the same thing with the notes sheet. It worked a little bit. This didn't work, so I tried finances again, fail, and then I tried to do my workouts, and like, this was my first attempt at lettering. Keyword there being attempt. Oh, this week is beautiful. I love this one. Look at all these bright, happy colors, y'all. I don't think there's really any like rhyme or reason to what I put where, but it turned out really beautiful. I really like this. It was Super Bowl week. Nothing else crazy going on this week though. And then Valentine's Day week. Look at all this pink. I still have and love this washi that's at the bottom. And then I think this week is also a Design Pandemonium monthly kit. This like pink and green themed. Although it looks like I pulled in some other stuff as well. Their old kit didn't used to be quite as sort of robust as their kit is now, and I couldn't use just that kit to get through the week like I can now. I can pretty much get away with just their kit to make it through my week. Oh, this is a beautiful week, and this was a beautiful weekend. So a bunch of people that I work with, after exams were over, we decided we were sick of the cold, and we booked an impromptu trip to Barbados. And the flights were like not that expensive from New York. And we got this house that slept like $1 billion. There were like 17 of us that went to Barbados. And it was an amazing weekend. Like, it was incredible. We just had an incredible time. And I love the way this was documented. I love these colors. Oh, and then I stopped using my monthly notes page. So this is sort of, I guess, when I started doing an overview of my month on the monthly layout. Oh, this is a pretty week. I like these colors. I should do this again. Oh, we went snorkeling with the turtles. Color scheme I picked. I think this was like a set from Libby & Co. These like to-do stickers, and then these like half box stickers and this full box one. Oh, this is the very first New York Goes Wild brunch. I'm going to pop a picture of that. So 2016 was the very first year of Go Wild in New Orleans. If you don't know what Go Wild is, it is a planner conference that they have every year. And the very first one was in 2016. And one of the things that I started doing in 2016 and have done every year since, which you'll see in my planners, is I host a brunch for the girls that live in New York City that are going to the conference. So we can sort of hang out and get to know each other. The first year, there were like 6 people that came. This year, holy moly, y'all. I think I had like 30 people in my tiny little apartment. This was the Design Pandemonium monthly kit. I know this color scheme. This is really pretty. And this is the ski trip. I talked about this in last week's video, that my family would go skiing every year for spring break. And this is when I left to go skiing. And then St. Patrick's Day week, again, more skiing. And then I flew home. This was when I had my birthday party. So my birthday in 2016 was my golden birthday. So I turned 25 on the 25th. And I actually threw a silver themed party because my Spurs were playing the Warriors and they won, which was awesome. So I threw a silver themed birthday. I wore silver. Everything was silver. It was really fun. Actually, I wore black sparkles, but it was kind of silver. Oh, this rainbow week. So this one I definitely did backwards on purpose because my golden birthday was Friday and I wanted it to fall on Friday. I also went to Florida this week because my family was there. My other side of my family was there for spring break. So skiing spring break was my dad and my stepmom, and then my mom and my stepdad were in Florida. And so I joined them and hung out with them. This is also when I guess I started putting pictures in my planner. I do a rainbow week pretty much every birthday week now. It's sort of a tradition. Another blank notes page. Another, a blank monthly. I guess I decided that didn't work. Oh man, this is bad, y'all. Like, I want to look back on this and remember these times, but man, this makes it so ugly and it's like almost sticky. It's kind of weird. Oh, this is beautiful. This is like orange, pink, and this bright purple. I think I'd base it on like these 2 washies. I really like the way this looks. This is a Design Pandemonium kit. I don't think otherwise I would have done such pastel colors. Lots of studying going on at this point. We're almost to the exam. Looks like I spilled something there. Whew, look at all that studying, y'all. And this was my first New England Planner Girl meetup. I can't believe I went that far in one day. Like, now I stay overnight when I go to these meetups, but I took the train to my friend in Connecticut, then we drove to Massachusetts, and then we did it all backwards again. That was probably not the greatest idea I had right before an exam. Another blank notes page and another blank monthly. And another full week of studying. Lots of this purple and teal. This is really pretty. And I started counting down to Go Wild. Oh, I can't wait to get to that week. And exam week. Again, I did a rainbow week of this week. I think just because it makes me happy, and trying to get through exam week is a disaster. Oh, I love how I did this at the top with the half boxes and then put the wacky holiday stickers in them. I like that. So this is, I think, when Design Pandemonium finally switched their paper to this like vinyl paper, was this monthly kit, this purple and black kit. This is really cool. But the most important part of this week, y'all, this is the day that I met Sam. May 14th, 2016. And I wrote dancing as my thankful for, but really I was dancing with Sam. Cue all the cheesy heart things. And then, Go Wild week. So, I literally met Sam a week before Go Wild. I was not about to explain to him that I was flying to New Orleans to hang out with 400 other women who are just as obsessed with planners and stickers as I am. Like, I was not about to tell him that. And so I just told him I was going for a girls' weekend. This was our first official date night, was the Wednesday before I left for Go Wild. And then I woke up and went to Go Wild. Isn't that crazy? Oh, I loved the first Go Wild. The other years have been amazing too, but not much will beat that first year. Like, it was just so special and you just didn't know what to expect. I'll sleep when I go home. Isn't that the truth? Nina, if you're watching this, we just didn't sleep at all while we were there. We stayed out and we went out, and then we had to be up and ready to go because we were on the team at like 7 a.m. It was absurd. And then, oh, look at this pretty pink week. I think this was, so I did a pink week this week because it was my mom's 50th birthday. I was so excited about this week. I planned this awesome day for my mom. It was amazing. I was so proud of myself. And we had like a surprise birthday party almost for her. I mean, it was like a small group, but she thought it was just going to be me, her, and my stepdad. And then it ended up being a bunch of people. It was so much fun. I was definitely feeling it the next day because my mom decided we needed to do shots. All right, another blank notes page and another blank monthly. Oh, this is pretty. So I stayed for the whole week because somebody graduated. Yeah, one of my brothers graduated from high school. I have a lot of younger siblings, so there's a lot of graduations. Just be prepared. I hung out with some planner ladies, and I remember hanging out with the littles, and we had donuts, which was so much fun. We went to Renee's house, and then we are an ultimate family. So both my brothers, like I have two brothers. No, I mean, I have a lot of brothers, but I have two brothers that play ultimate, and then my sister also plays. So we watched state both days. It was a lot of ultimate. Oh, this week started great and then totally fell off the face of the earth. I need to keep an eye on these like date nights. So this was the first Broadway show Sam and I ever saw together. We saw School of Rock together, which was fun. And then I just sort of stopped planning this week. Although I loved the colors. I matched the June colors and had this like perfect washi. Oh, I like these colors. It's like blue and teal. It kind of reminds me of the ocean. So it looks like if you watch the 2015 one, I did a lot of weeks where it was just kind of color. It wasn't rainbow, it was just kind of color. It seems like in 2016, I didn't start using kits yet, but I did sort of pick a kind of more color-focused theme each week to base it off of, instead of it just being a vomit of different colors. Not that 2015 looked bad, it was just a vomit of colors. This is when my friend Sam moved to New York for the first time, which was so much fun. He actually lived with me over the course of that summer. We might see some of that, but this is when he moved here, and I was just so happy to have him back in New York. Oh, Sam took me to see the Rockettes, which was actually the first time I ever saw them in this like weird summer show until this year when I went and saw the Christmas show with my parents when they came for Thanksgiving. Isn't that insane? Ooh, Rainbow Week again. I don't know what this Rainbow Week. Oh, this was because of Pride. That's what this Rainbow Week was about. So I kind of like this, how I did the colors on the top. Oh, I finally figured out do red on the side, and then you can include red and pink. And then I did this sort of rainbow piece at the bottom. Another date night. Nothing else crazy over here, although we did go to the parade together. I remember that. And then I met his friends for the first time. So the parade we went to with like our mutual friends that we had sort of met through at the chili cook-off. I went and met his other friends when we went and watched the Game of Thrones finale at their house. And it was really nice. I like his friends, and I think they liked me. Oh, I can't wait for Game of Thrones to be back. Did y'all see that they're doing a prequel of Game of Thrones? Isn't that crazy? More blank pages. Not even exciting. And then I did this navy and green week, which is really pretty. And then I started re-binging Game of Thrones from the beginning after that season finale. That makes zero sense why I did that, but I guess I felt the need to do so. 4th of July week. Oh, this is one of the best 4th of July. So if you've never done like silent disco where you put the headphones on and you have an option of 3 different DJs, see if it's in your city. It's really awesome. And we did it for the 4th of July on the river, and we had amazing views of the fireworks. I mean, it wasn't the cheapest, but it was an amazing 4th of July. Oh, I saw Garth Brooks this week at Yankee Stadium, and it rained and I didn't even care. This was a Design Pandemonium monthly kit, this color scheme. This is also busy season at work, so I was staying late. And then more bad exam results. This is when I should have realized I was not meant to be an actuary. Charlie's birthday. I think I based this week on like this washi here at the bottom. This was just a fun week. I don't think I did anything too crazy. Oh, we saw Pets. I love that movie. The part where the cat walks over the person, like, oh, this is when my ear was a disaster. So I don't know how much I shared of this on Instagram, but my ear actually like split, my earlobe where my ear was pierced, it split like in two. And it's disgusting. And I had to get it sewn back up. And I think this is the day I got it sewn back up. And Sam went with me and then went and bought me breakfast afterwards. And it was amazing. We'd only been dating like 2 months. Should have known then that he was a keeper. Ooh, this is a pretty week. This is like a very bright, summery, happy week. I don't know if I was really basing this on anything, but this is really beautiful. Oh, yep, there's me getting my stitches out. He's apparently still sweet. And then I had a boat cruise the next day, and I could not drink because I was on antibiotics from getting my stitches done. Fun. So much fun. More studying, and I helped Sam move that weekend. Girlfriend points. Oh, I'm going to pop a picture. The housewarming present that I gave him, I lettered one of his, if not his favorite quote of all time. And I was just really proud of myself for how it turned out. Thank you, Cindy from Llama Letters, for teaching me how to actually make that as beautiful as I did. And he said it was the best gift I've ever given him. He actually said that recently. Like, he still loves it. Okay, I tried to use my notes page here. Didn't work. Tried to use my notes page here. Still didn't really work. Whew, this is bright. Look at all this bright yellow and green. This is pretty though. Oh, this is when we went to Beacon. So this was our first trip away together. We went to this little town in upstate New York. It's not upstate. It's like an hour and a half on the train. But it was this cute little town. We rented an Airbnb and we did a bunch of stuff. And it sort of reminds me almost of Austin, if Austin was like this small little town on the Hudson. And it was just a lot of fun. It was nice to sort of get out of the city and sort of get away together for the first time. And everything went well, so. Ooh, this is pretty. Oh, this is Design Pandemonium's anniversary week is August 11th. So I did blue and pink to celebrate their anniversary. I didn't use all Design Pandemonium stickers, but I did the Design Pandemonium colors. And this is also when I left for the beach. But the night before I left for the beach, we went on a date and he took me to see a show about a tap dancer. He knows me very well and it was awesome. And then this is the start of my beach vacation with my family, which I've talked about in the last one too, because we go every year. Oh, this is when I met Sam's dad for the first time. This was the first parent meeting that we had, and his dad was coming to town. It might have been a smidge early, like it hadn't even been 3 full months, but his dad was in town, and when your parents live in different cities, you got to take advantage of it when you can. Beach vacation. I love this color scheme, and I loved how I added in all the pictures. I mean, I still do that, but I really loved the way that this turned out. And I think this was the first year that I went alone and I drove the whole way by myself. I made my mom talk to me for half of it and my grandmother talked to me for half of it. And that is how I got through the 4-hour drive to the beach by myself. This trip is like the same. Like we do the same things all the time. We do like a wine tasting night. We do adult night out. We go fishing. We go to Funland. It like all looks the same, just maybe in a different order depending on the weather. And then we had a date night when I got back together again. I was so smitten. I still am smitten. Well, this is a pretty week. So this looks like 2015 where I just sort of like vomited color and it was sort of all over the place. And football looks like it started. This might still be preseason actually. Oh, look at this picture of me and Sam. Why was I already studying for the next exam? I guess that makes sense. It was time to start studying. Oh, I tried to use this again for ClassPass. Didn't work. Tried to use this again for fitness related things. Didn't work. Okay, I'm going to try to get through this week without crying. So this is sort of a weird relationship, but my mom and my dad's mom are incredibly close, even though she has not been or was not her mother-in-law for over 20 years. They still had a very close relationship. And my mom wanted to do something, just the 3 of us, and go somewhere for a weekend and just have some time just to spend with each other and to have my grandmother tell us stories. So we went to Fredericksburg, which is a little town outside of San Antonio, and we rented an Airbnb, and it was this cute little cottage, and we just hung out. And my grandmother was still going through treatment, so she was struggling a little bit. And so in the afternoon, she would always take a nap, and my mom and I would go wine tasting in Fredericksburg. By the way, I was very impressed with Fredericksburg wines. I love wine, and I'm not a wine snob because I can't afford to be a wine snob, but I can appreciate a good wine. And I always thought Fredericksburg was going to have really crappy wine, but turns out they don't. It was delicious. It was just a very meaningful weekend, and I'm really glad that I did it because it was just a nice memory to have. And then this picture of my grandparents and my brothers. We hadn't taken a picture, the 6 of us, since the twins were born. Like I did like a side-by-side picture, I'll pop it up, where the twins were literally infants. And then we took this one. And I just love having that. Okay. Back to planning. Okay, back to Planner World. This is one of my favorite monthly kits from Design Pandemonium. Not really my color scheme, but I loved the book theme. And they started including a lot of extra stickers so that I could pretty much make the whole week about that theme, like these to-do stickers and just a lot of stuff. So pretty much the only other stickers in here that aren't theirs are the workout stickers that are mine. I guess when did I start making my own workout stickers? It looks like it was this week. This is when I started making my own workout stickers, and it was probably because I needed them to match this color scheme. But most of these stickers are from Design Pandemonium. Oh, I love this weekend sticker. Another beautiful rainbow week. I don't know what instigated this one, but I really love it. Oh, this is when Nina came to town for her fellowship interview, and she stayed with me. And I tried so hard to get her to accept a fellowship in New York, but she stayed in Chicago, which was fine because that is how she met Baljeet. So everything happens for a reason. And then we ended up hanging out in the city and going to one of my favorite bars. Well, it's a restaurant bar. It's called a wine and chocolate bar. It's amazing. An all purple week. Oh, this was Sam's birthday. This was our first birthday celebration together. And then his party and stuff was over on the weekend. But his birthday was actually on a Monday. So this was our first birthday celebrating together. This is fun. I think this was the first time I did DanceWorks too. The dance company that I used to be a part of that performed here in the city. I haven't done it the past couple of times just because the dates haven't worked out for me for a number of reasons, but I do miss it. Another blank notes page. Oh, this isn't blank. Although I didn't finish it. It looks like I tried ahead of time to do it. This is really interesting. I tried to make it work for me. Still didn't. Oh, this was when I did like a football themed week. So I did football washi on the bottom, and then I did like green plus my team's colors. So I did the blue for Cowboys and I sort of based my week off of that, which was really interesting. And then I pulled in some rainbow, I guess, as well. That makes sense, Laken. Sure. Oh, this is when I went and saw An American in Paris. So Sam's boss worked on the show, and so he could get pretty good price tickets, but he'd already seen it. And I was like, well, I really want to see it. So will you get me a ticket? And he was like, sure. And so he got me a ticket, and we were planning to meet outside the theater before the show. And I was like, oh, thank you for my ticket. Like, I'll see you later. And he was like, well, I'm going with you. And I was like, what? And he goes, I'm not letting you watch a show by yourself. And he stayed and watched it with me and got himself a ticket too. It was really sweet. Ooh, this is pretty. So another week based on this like pink and orange and purple washi. Pretty much all I did was work late and study. It was busy season at work, and then I would come home and study. That's all I did. That was my life basically for a couple of weeks at the end of each quarter. This week did not happen. I attempted to do a pink week for breast cancer awareness like I did the year before, and because of work late and studying, didn't happen. I just did not touch. I prepped it, and then I didn't touch my planner. Life happens. Ooh, this week is pretty. So I based it on this Doodlebug, like Halloween fallish type washi. But I really like the way this week looks, even though literally all I did was study. Another rainbow week. Oh, this is when I decided it would be a really good idea to move like the weekend before my exam. But it is when I found this apartment, and I was obsessed with this apartment, and I just I couldn't give it up. I could not move into it. And so my mom flew into New York to help me move. So she also got to meet Sam. This is when she met Sam. This day, I think. It was awesome. I was really excited for them to meet. But my mom is the best. I would not have gotten through that move without her. More blank and more blank. I clearly had not found a groove yet with my notes page and my monthly page. All right, Halloween week, also known as exam week. So looks like my mom left, and then I just did some studying and some studying and some studying, and then I took an exam, and then Sam took me on a date. I hadn't been blowing him off. We just hadn't been seeing as much of each other because I was studying for my exam. So we had planned like this huge night where we went and this is when we went and saw Puffs for the first time. I have now seen Puffs 4 times. Yes, you heard that right. I have seen it 4 times. And it's a hilarious musical. If you like Harry Potter and you are in New York, go see Puffs. Oh, Hamilton week. So this is a Hamilton kit from Design Pandemonium. No, I did not see Hamilton this week. This is the week of the election. And I thought it would just be appropriate to use a Hamilton kit on the week of the election. I put my I voted sticker. It looked like I cut it. It was actually like a circle and had the whole Statue of Liberty, and I cut it and put it in here. I waited like 2 hours to vote, by the way. It was ridiculous. This is another Design Pandemonium monthly kit. Not totally my colors, but it's pretty. Oh, this was also my first dance work show, which was really fun. I do love performing. Like, I love to dance, and taking class is amazing, but performing it's incredible. So this looks like I went home for Thanksgiving, so I used this Thanksgiving washi. Oh, this was actually Thanksgiving. Wow, normally I would go home. Oh, normally I go home, when I go home for Thanksgiving, I would leave like the Friday before Thanksgiving and be gone the whole week. But this, because of Dance Works, I actually left on Wednesday, which was sort of rare for me. And so just a bunch of family time. I mean, we hung out, we had family. I took the boys to see Moana. I hung out with my grandmother. This was when that Gilmore Girls, like the revival came out, and I got to watch it with my mom because we were both in town, and that was really cool. My mom and I are somewhat like Rory and Lorelai. Not exactly. My mom was a lot older than 16, but we have a lot of similarities. Whew. This week was rough. So I don't remember what day I think I was supposed to fly home on Tuesday, hence the sticky note. But my grandmother sort of took a turn for the worst. A couple of weeks before this, she decided that she wanted to stop treatment, that she was not enjoying her life on meds and chemo, and it wasn't working. The treatment wasn't working anyways. And so she wanted to stop, and she sort of took a turn for the worse, like the week of Thanksgiving. So I actually extended my trip. I asked my boss if I could work from home these 3 days, home, San Antonio home. And instead of flying home on Tuesday, I stayed through the weekend. I was supposed to go see Lion King with Sam. Somebody's birthday I was supposed to celebrate. I don't even know. I was supposed to have lunch with Sam's cousin, like all kinds of things. But I needed to spend that time with my grandmother. So I stayed through this day. When did I fly home? Oh, maybe I flew home Sunday. And then this is when I came home. And this is a pretty week. I was probably inspired to use green. Green was my grandmother's favorite color. And then I went to Rochester for the weekend. I have family upstate New York. That's where my stepmom is from. So I hung out with my family up there. I got to see my little cousin do Taekwondo. She's like a black belt now, or close to it. She's amazing. And then it looks like I flew home on Sunday night. And then I'm really surprised I actually planned this entire week. So this is the day that we lost my grandmother. She was the world's most incredible woman. Like, nobody compared to her. And she was the most amazing person. And I don't know what I'd had down for that day, but I definitely just undid it and printed a bunch of pictures of her. Okay, we're almost done. Let's power through the rest of 2016. I knew this was coming. 2016 was probably the best and one of the worst years of my whole life. I met Sam and I lost my grandmother, and they never got a chance to meet, which is probably one of the hardest things I have to get through. Okay, this week was based on a planner cake kit, or yeah, a whole kit, and this Christmas tree washi, which was really cute. I had lots of holiday parties this week, it looks like. Look at all these holiday parties. I guess that's what happens in December, right? Oh, and we went to a swing dancing lesson. That was the gift I got Sam for his birthday, one of them. And then this is, I guess, the week I moved into my new planner. So that's it. Let's see what else is back here. Oh, this was my oh, that's so cute. In 2016, I will love. And then I met Sam. These were all my goals for the year. These didn't really seem to work out. I'm really excited to use my power sheets in 2019, and hopefully that will help me with this sort of stuff. Fail at this reading challenge. Started strong here too. Didn't really work. This didn't work either. And I think that's pretty much it. And I didn't use any of the stickers. I should take these out and put them somewhere, although they kind of feel like they've not expired. Well, maybe. Look, it's like yellow on the background. Oh, see, they did used to do the tall in the back. Now they do that short one in the back, and things fall out of it. I wish they would go back to this. All right, that's enough rambling. I loved flipping through 2016 with y'all. 2017 will have less tears, I promise. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are new here, please click that subscribe button. I upload new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and every day from December 1st until Christmas for Vlogmas. Thank you so much for watching. Happy Vlogmas!